In the blistering heat of Akshi, war rages once more. The Ironjawz Bigmob surges forward, eager for the next fight, with their battle cries echoing across the scorched land. Lurking in the ash and smoke, the Snarlpack Huntaz prowl, striking fast before vanishing back into the haze. Will the Orcs smash their way to victory, or will the Hunters outmaneuver their brutish foe? Let's let the crucible of battle decide, for this is the season of war. This video is brought to you by the support of our channel members and our FLGS partner, Warpfire Minis. Today's battle showcases beautiful thematic dice from Baron of Dice. Grab your own or get a custom set made at baronofdice.com.
Hello and welcome to Season of War. Today we're excited to bring you a game of Spearhead, not Age of Sigmar today. It's been a while since we played Spearhead, not since the launch of the new edition, 4th edition of Age of Sigmar. But we've had two Spearhead forces come out recently, one being the Gloomspite Dits, all the new Dip Mob stuff, which I just wanted it on the table more because I painted all this stuff up and had a lot of fun doing it. But then we also got another Spearhead available for the most beloved army, or one of the most beloved armies in Age of Sigmar. The Ironjawz finally got their Spearhead. But I'm getting ahead of myself. My name is Jordan, and I am playing against Ryan today.
Yes, you are.
Ryan, you chose to play the bigger, meaner greenskins.
Yeah, they're cool. And I've never played with these guys, and they've always been cool. So give it a try.
Yep, orcs are awesome. But looking at things today, we're playing on the Akshi board. Obviously not a ton of crazy variety because the maps are predetermined. But we are playing lengthways on the battlefield, as you can see by our deployment. But I guess just jumping right into things, Ryan, do you want to walk us through your Spearhead force?
Sure, absolutely. So it's led by a mega boss right there. Big orc, or bigger than usual orc. I think all of these are pretty big orcs. And he's going to go with the enhancement to have a control characteristics of 5, because I feel like I'm going to do a lot of standing on objectives and watching you run in circles. So we'll see how that goes. Then there are 2 units of 5 hard boys, which are there. A unit of brute ragers, which is hiding behind because I don't want you to just charge them in turn 1 and chew through their pitiful armor save. And then finally off the board are a big unit of 5 brutes, and they're going to show up at some point and mess you up. As for my regimental ability, I went for the proper ruckus, which will allow me to mighty destroyers my whole army for 1 turn.
Nice, and then for me, I'm playing the Snarlpack Huntaz. We've got 2 Sunsteel Wheelers out on the flanks, and then I've got 2 units of Snarlpack Cavalry, as well as a Snarl Boss, and then his Wolfgate Retinue. So lots of speedy stuff on the board. For my enhancements, I've chosen Frazzle Boom for my regiment ability, which is going to allow my chariots to do some mortals when you kill them, assuming you kill them. And then for my general's enhancement, he took Cunning as a Snarlfang, which allows him to pop a +1 to rend bubble once per battle. I don't have a lot of rend to begin with, so that's going to help me hopefully chew through my enemies. And notably with this force, the only battle trait is to allow my army to retreat and charge. So at any point, I can dart out of combat without taking mortals and charge right back in. And then just before we get started, just want to make a note, as we said, we haven't played Spearhead in several months, so it's been a while, so apologies in advance if we did any rules wrong. But then Ryan, in Spearhead, just like AOS, there's an attacker-defender role. We are both technically 1 drops. I did win that roll off, so I do control who gets to go first. And because you're not the speediest, I'm going to give you first turn, Ryan, and we'll jump into Ironjawz turn 1. And at the start of the round, we're going to determine what the twist is. So we've got Blood Marked. And there is no underdog, so we'll each get to pick a unit in the enemy's army, and we will score an extra victory point this round if we destroy that unit.
I guess I will go with this unit right in front of me because it's the ones I have the highest odds of getting at.
The Snarlfang Riders, Snarlpack Cavalry.
All right.
And mine will be your unit of our boys in the center.
Okay.
And then we'll get to draw our 3 tactic cards.
I hope all 3 of them say kill something. What do you think the odds of that are? So in my hero phase, I'm going to go with my mighty destroyers, and I'm going to use my proper ruckus right here, and everything gets a 3-inch move. All right, that'll be my hero phase. Now for my big 4-inch moves. Okay, so going into charges, we will start with my Mega Boss. And then finally, the last unit of Ardboys will charge. They only get a 5, but I do have a reroll charge thing right there. So I will play Forward to Victory, which is a bummer because it would have been a free score, but I feel like it's more valuable to get in. And yes, we get in. All right, going into combat, we'll start with the shield bashes. We'll start with the Ardboys over here. Every 6 ups a mortal wound on 5 dice, which is none. All right, my ones in the middle though, because they're the ones that matter, and I'm of course putting it onto them.
The Snarlpack?
That's it. And no 6s. Well, that's a heartbreaking start. And yeah, we'll just go into combat. And we will start with the Mega Boss, because he's the scariest thing around. I wound 3 times, and these are rend 1, 2 damage.
So I'll be saving on 5s. We save 1.
Okay, so that's 4 damage total.
All right, that will be 1 of my cavalry going down.
Okay.
We're actually going to fight with the Snarl boss next, putting all his attacks into your Ardboys. He'll have 5 attacks on 4s and 4s. No, they all miss. The Snarlfang hits once and wounds, no rend.
3 up save. I save it. All right, we will now go with the Ardboys. 10 attacks, 4s, 3 wounds, 1 rend. I don't think I'm going to get you.
5s, they all go through, so you do take down another of the Snarlpack.
But not enough.
All right, we're going to fight with the Sunsteel Wheeler next, and obviously try and hurt your Ardboys. So the Slicers and Stickas will have 1 at no rend.
3 up save, saved.
And then the Snarlfangs. 1 no rend for 2 damage.
3 up. Oh, that one gets through.
We kill an Ardboy.
That's heartbreaking. I'm sorry, friend. I think I'm going to pile in everything and attack the retinue. 8 attacks on 4s. 4 wounds, rend 1.
6s, we save 1. We have 1 die survived with 1 wound.
I almost got you.
And he will fight back, but the rider will miss, and the mount will hit once.
I save it.
Then we'll fight with the other Snarlpack cavalry. That'll be 3 at no rend.
Okay, 3 up saves. Saved all but 1. 1 damage?
Yep. And then the giant Snarlfangs. That's going to be 4. No rend.
I fail 2.
2 damage each.
Oof.
Then we have the single Snarlpack cavalry, just the champion, or I guess there is no champion, but just this homie. 1 from the rider.
Good.
And the mount will miss.
All right, so that was my turn. Unfortunately, I did not score any battle tactics, but I do hold 3 objectives.
So 1, 2, and more for 3 points.
Yep, so it went okay. I would have liked to kill that unit. All we needed was to get 1 more attack through with my general, but unfortunately it didn't, and you made that 1 save, which saved you, so it is what it is. I didn't think the odds were great there, but I still think it was more valuable just going headlong in. I regret not putting the Ragers on the line right here, so I could have just plowed into that as well. But I was worried you'd take first and then kill the Ragers, which maybe wasn't a
Big fear, but
yeah. So, but this could be a very. I mean, I think you'd be in big trouble if they got into.
yeah, it definitely brings me back to all the Spearhead games we played, where it's like, oh, the tanky cavalry was always the best, but here you were fast enough, even just
like
with the mighty destroyers.
slow infantry's fast enough to turn 1 pin you. It's kind of weird, but
so we're gonna do our best to fight out of it and jump into Gloomspite gets turn 1. All right, in my hero phase, my Snarlbus is going to try and give +1 attack to his mount, and my 3 Snarlpack cavalry mounts.
that sounds pretty good.
And we'll get that off, so they'll get an extra attack. And I'll get into movement.
Oh, I get a hero phase thing. I get to mighty destroyers.
All right, into movement now. All right, that's it for my movement, Ryan. The only thing I have to shoot that didn't retreat is the Sunsteel Wheela on the left side. It's gonna shoot at your Ragers.
All right.
One hit, no wounds. Then let's get into charges, and we will go with the Snarlpack Cavalry first.
Double.
For a 7.
All right, well, I do have counter charge, and I feel like I have to use it. So my boss is going to charge, and he's going to get a 9.
And at the start of combat, I am going to spend my once per battle ability with my general for turning as a Snarlfang to give all my stuff nearby +1 rend. All right, well, we are striking first with the Snarlpack Cavalry, so we're actually going to put all their attacks into the Mega Boss. That was a really good roll. But we wound on 5s, and only one of those goes through.
On 4s. Failed.
So that's 2 damage.
Oof.
And the mounts have an extra attack from the Snarl Boss. And that's gonna be 4 here, no rend.
3s. And I failed 2.
2 damage each.
Ouch.
So 6 damage from the Snarlpack. And then the Sunsteel Wheela was able to pile into range of your boss as well, and because I had strikes first with the other unit, I'd have to choose the next activation. So the Sunsteel Wheela will wound once.
I save it.
All right, and then we got the mount attacks. And that's gonna be 1, no rend for 2 damage.
I save it. So my Mega Boss can attack. He's gonna put 4 attacks on the retinue guy that could potentially kill him, and then 4 onto the Snarlpack. Yep. So we'll start with the guy, the lone retinue guy. I miss with all but 1. 1 wound, rend 1, 2 damage.
Yeah, he goes down.
I needed all 4 though. And then into the other Snarlpack riders. 3 hits, 2 wounds.
5s, 1 is saved.
2 damage.
Take 2. Then we will have my Snarl Boss, who misses completely, and then his mount also misses.
All right, well, I've got the Ard boys. All right, 6 attacks into your general. So far, very average. And 1 wound, less average.
It goes through though, so we take 1. And that's gonna wrap up the turn for me, and not all I hoped and dreamed it would be. Obviously the counter charge was good. If I had taken down the Mega Boss, it would have been amazing.
Oh, I would have been in deep trouble, I think.
Yeah, but we will still store some points. We get hold 1 and hold 2 for 2 points. And then we will complete the battle tactic of a raise for being within 3 of your on battlefield edge for another 1. And we will also complete hold ground for having more models near your large terrain feature than you do. I have 4 to your 3.
Wow.
And it is objective control score. I think they FAQ'd that, so I'd be at 5. So that will put me to 4 points for the round.
All right, well, it's still pretty close. And I feel like the long game favors me because I have...
We don't want to talk about those brutes coming in, but let's roll priority. That's a 3. And if I take the double here, I won't be able to draw any more cards. But I think it is worth the opportunity to strike first and to try and finish your stuff off.
Okay.
Secure the board. And that'll see us jump into Gloomspite Gits turn 2. So first things first, let's draw the twist. It is Reclaim Akshi. And Ryan, you're the underdog, so you'll get to pick 2 objectives that are each worth an extra victory point each.
All right, well, I will pick this one and that one because I seem to control it more than you.
All right, sounds good. Then my Snarl Boss is going to try and give my Snarlpack an extra attack again, which I fail, looking for 3 up. And that's it for my hero phase.
So I'm going to use a Scroll of Arcane Bolt. So we're going to Scroll of Arcane Bolt this unit of the Snarlpack Cavalry, which I do 3 more wounds.
Okay, that will take 1 down.
And I'm basically just trying to stay alive, and if you have 1 less guy fighting, the odds of that go up significantly. Oh, and then my Mighty Destroyers move.
All right, then into movement. And then for shooting, I just have 1 of the Sunsteel Wheelers, and we're going to put its shots into your Brute Ragers. Oh, it misses. Then we'll have charges and we'll start from right to left. And then both units of Snarlpack Cavalry strike first on the charge, so we'll go with this unit first.
Okay, I will declare my reaction to give him a 5-up ward to try and keep him alive with fight to the last. I know that's not a high odds, but I need him to live.
All right, let's go. Nothing from the riders, and the mount will completely miss as well. Then we have the other two cavalry fighting into your Ragers. And the riders will get 1 attack through.
5-up save. Nope, you get through.
So 2 damage, and then we'll have the mounts. And they'll land 3 hits.
5s. I make 1.
2 damage each, so another 4.
So you have total killed 2 guys.
And those were both striking first, so then we will go with the Snarl Boss into your Mega Boss.
Okay. Come on, Mega Boss. You can do it, buddy. Be a hero.
1 at rend 1.
4s? No.
2 damage.
5-up save. Save it. He's still got 1 wound.
All right, the Snarl Boss mount. 2, no rend.
Save them both.
Nothing I can do.
The fight to the last saved me. All right, well, my 1 Rager is going to fight. He'll pile in over here, I guess, and we'll put all the damage into the Snarlpack Riders, just because I could actually kill a guy. On 4s, all hit. On 2s, 1 at...
And that'll
2
go
damage.
through.
Kills the guy.
Yeah, take 1 down. Then we'll have one of the Sunsteel Wheelas into the Rager. The Riders miss, and the mounts will land all their attacks.
I think he's in trouble. Yes, he's dead. All right, now it's the Mega Boss. I think we're just going to try and clobber your general here. On 4s. 2.
Both go through.
4 damage.
You take him down to the
Ooh,
wound,
barely.
exactly. That's what I needed to do. So Gloomspite gets turn 2 was a bit of a blunder. We had 1 card left, 1 tactic available. I didn't complete it, so I don't get any bonus points, but I will store 1, 2, and more for primary here. So it will be 3 points this turn. Not the worst thing, but I'm not in the position I hoped I would be. Obviously, there were 2 big things that really helped you survive, and that was spending 2 cards, right, Ryan?
Yep.
You're giving up points, but you finish off one of my wolves in combat, or with your Arcane Bolt scroll, and then you survived on 1 wound because of your ward save. So
Yep.
that was big, and yeah, 4s and 5s, not super reliable, but we did the best we could.
Yes, sir.
So with that, let's jump into Ironjawz turn 2.
We will Mighty Destroyer the unit of Ardboys here. And then go into the movement phase. And that'll be my movement phase. Charges. I'll charge at the unit of Ardboys. All right, that's my charge phase. Going into combat, let's roll my shield bashes. Okay, so shield bash going into your chariot. No 6s. And then the 4 shield bashes into this 1 lone Snarlpack. 1 mortal wound. Feel like it's
Still alive.
I gotta fight first over here because you could kill my general and we just can't have that. So he's gonna go first. 8 attacks on 4s for 3 at rend 1.
I save 2.
But it's still enough
Take
to kill
1.
you, which is 2 damage and it'll finish you off.
And then we'll have the Sunsteel Wheela fighting into your other Ardboys. It's 1 going through from the Riders.
Successfully saved.
And the mounts will get 3 hits through.
Ooh, 3s. Oh my god.
2 damage each. Get out of here, Ardboys.
That's heartbreaking because I also had a battle tactic to not have a unit die. This game just completely flipped again. All right, well that's my turn. I hold 2 objectives and I don't score my battle tactic.
Okay, so just 2 points then for you.
Yeah, that's heartbreaking.
And you are going to be down 2.
Yeah, I mean this was meaningful just for the eye in the sky because had I killed this chariot, with the Ard boys, I would have been able, they would have been still alive, and I would have been able to score another battle tactic and potentially take this, because he's only worth 1.
Yeah, that's important. We held on to it. But Ryan then, Gits are leading, so we're going to go into priority for round 3.
3, 4.
4. We're going to keep the turn order the same and jump into Gloomspite Gits, turn 3. All right, we'll start with the twist for this battle round. We each store an extra victory point for each enemy unit we slay on our turn. And then Ryan, you're the underdog, so you get to play one of your units and give it +1 to hit.
Oh, it's got to be my general.
And then we'll get to draw and discard our tactic cards. All right, nothing to do in my hero phase for me.
All right, we're gonna just Mighty Destroyers into a clump. So if you're gonna fight us, you gotta fight us all.
All right, into movement. This Sunstealer Wheeler is close enough to go over your guys and then come back outside 3 inches. And that'll allow him to hopefully deal some mortal wounds to your Ard boys for 3.
Ouch, that hurts.
Then we do have shooting from both our Sunstealer Wheelers this turn. And the first one is going to shoot at the Mega Boss.
Okay, good.
But it misses. Then the second one misses as well. Then we've got charging, and we'll go with the Snarlpack Cav first. He'll roll a 9. And that's all my charging.
Okay, so I got Shield Bash, which has to go into one of the chariots. We'll say the one closest to me. I don't think it matters. We're gonna do 1 mortal wound. And then importantly, which could change the whole thing, is I have a D6 heal on my hero. Let's see what it is. Only 2.
Oh, that's still big.
It is big, but a 6 would have been just so spicy.
All right, then we'll get into fighting and go with the Snarlpack Cav, striking first into your Mega Boss. We're gonna have 1 no rend, 2 damage.
Oh, it's 2?
Then the mounts missed completely. So that normal activation order, we're gonna go with the chariot next into your Mega Boss. So the riders, 1 no rend.
Good.
And the mounts, 1 no rend.
He's good.
Okay.
The hero lives. Yeah, we'll put everything from my general into the Snarlpack Hunter guy. The reason I'm doing this is I don't want an exploding chariot to finish me off. So 8 attacks into this one poor fellow. You have 4 saves.
We saved 3 of 4 again. Come on, just not enough.
All right.
He goes down. Then we will have that last chariot fight into your Mega Boss as well. 2 from the riders.
You kill him.
Nice. Champions.
I think he did pretty good though, and if I'd rolled higher on that heal, he would have been just a hero. Yeah, we'll go in with the Ard boys. Attacks on 4s. Oh boy, okay. 3s. 1 wound, rend 1. Oh, rend 2 actually, because I'm anti-charge.
So you'll deal 1 damage. It's up to 2. And that will wrap up my turn. I will score 3 points for having 1, 2, and more objectives than you. And I will complete 1 battle tactic of cut off the head by slaying your enemy general, or the enemy general, which I've had this card since the start of the game. We finally store it for 4 points. And I do also get a bonus victory point for the twist this round because I killed a unit. And Ryan, 5 points for me, and we'll jump into Ironjawz turn 3.
So we're not going to do a Mighty Destroyers. The plan is just to table you and then try and recover the points through tabling you. I'm going to go into movement, and then I'm going to bring in some brutes. All right, going into the charge phase, going for the charge. 9, that'll get me there. Oh, start with Shield Bash into the injured one, which I get 1 more mortal wound on you. And then we will pile in an attack with some brutes. I'm gonna put 4 brutes into the uninjured chariot and 1 into the injured one. So we'll start with the 1 into the injured one. 1 wound.
It'll go through.
2 damage. And then the remaining 4 into the other one. This is so important that they kill him. On 4s. Oh. 1 wound.
We save it.
Well, that's...
How does it feel, Ryan, to not get any damage through?
Oh, I'm used to it.
Yeah. Then we'll attack with the chariot that has just 1 wound remaining and put all its attacks into your 3 Ard boys. One attack from the riders.
Saved.
And the mounts will miss completely.
All right, well, I'll attack with the Ard boys, put everything into that injured chariot just to finish it off, hopefully. 5 saves for end 1.
Yep, you'll deal 4 damage and finish off this chariot. And it's going to try and do some damage back to you for 3 mortal wounds.
Ow.
Then we have the other chariot to fight, and it's going to put all its attacks into that Ard boy. The rider misses, but the mount gets 3 attacks through.
And he saves them all.
Okay.
So that's my turn. That was a devastating thing, not killing both your chariots. I do score hold 1, hold 2, and I score a bonus for killing one of your units, but not killing your chariot means it denies me a point.
Yeah, and that's the twist this round is the bonus points. So
but most importantly, even if I get the double now, I'm stuck in combat. I can't advance. I don't see a path, but we're going to try our best.
Well, you do have Mighty Destroyers for 3 inches of movement, so let's go into priority. That's a 6. And I'm going to take the turn here just to make sure I can get the hold 2 and more, and maybe get a chance at a battle tactic. So let's jump into Gloomspite gets turn 4. So we'll start off with the twist. Mount the attack. We will store an extra victory point for each objective we take from our opponent. And Ryan, you get to pick 1 friendly unit and give it the ability of charge +1 damage.
We'll go with the brutes.
And then we'll discard and draw up to 3 cards. And I have nothing to do in the hero phase here, Ryan.
I'm going to do Mighty Destroyers, so we will move the brutes so that they're in position.
All right, and then into movement, I will use the chariot's move ability to run over this poor lad. And let's do 2 mortal wounds to it.
Oof, any hope just died, I think.
It did indeed, Ryan, because that's the end of my turn, and we had a good one. We discarded all the cards and drew into some good ones. So I do hold 3 objectives here, so I will store 2 and more, so that's 3 points there. We drew the Ignax Dias, which I still control. We drew the Bahamut Dias, which I still control, and we drew War of Attrition, where I destroyed more enemy units than friendly units were destroyed. So that's going to be a solid 6-point turn for the Gloomspite gets.
Ouch. So as for me, I have 2 battle tactics. 1, wholly be in your territory, easy. Hold the middle objective, easy. I'd run over, and then I would have 3 objectives and I'd score 5.
Yeah, moving your brutes over here.
And then I'd get a 6 from the twist, from taking something from you. So I'd get 6 points.
Yeah, so obviously a good turn of storing, but I had the lead already. Noteworthy, we did forget in round 2, I think it was, the twist was Reclaim Actually, and we would have each had an extra point for the 2 objectives that Ryan made worth an extra point, or chose to be an extra point. But I'm happy to sneak this one out. Really sneaked it out with the Gits here. Obviously, we saw they aren't straight up fighting, but they're fast and can zip around the board.
Yeah, I mean, I think looking at it, my mistake was not putting the Ragers on the line right here and just going ham into your chariot on 1.
And we've seen that strategy work out so much of like, okay, you be aggressive with everything, pin your opponent, you get to dictate the combats. Here, you want to be fighting where I want to team up on you in little pieces, not fight everything at once.
Exactly. So had I done that, I mean, assuming I made the 6-inch charge, I mean, it might not have happened, but had I made it, they probably would have picked up that chariot. They have a lot of attacks.
Yeah, hard, because there were a lot of combats. Turn activation might dictate.
Well, they have strike first in the charge. So
That's
wouldn't
true.
have even messed with that.
That's right.
So I might not have, but I mean, at least I would have taken that objective on 1 and caused you a bunch of problems. So I think, like, that's my decision, oopsie, that probably cost me the game. But it was really unfortunate when my brutes went in and whiffed. And it was also really unfortunate when my Ard boys went in and whiffed their saves.
I think that was the big turning point, when your Ard boys went in and my chariot took them entirely out.
That cost me 2 points. It opened you up to go flood the middle. And on top of it, on the very next battle round, I drew all the cards that were be near table edges. And I had nothing. All my stuff was in the middle. Like, it was the worst moment. So, I mean, I hardly scored any battle tactics the whole game because I until the last
You also
turn,
used a lot to keep your Mega Boss alive, which was a big move too. So
yeah, I had to do that. But the ones that I wasn't using were really difficult to score. But I mean, I think at the end of the day, yeah, I just should have gone all in on you with the Ragers on turn 1, and I think I would have been in better shape.
Yeah, it shows, obviously there is depth to it. Like, there's different strategies. You could have you know, try to save cards for storing versus not. That's always the decision. But here it felt like a true Spearhead experience to what I remember.
Yep.
Again, it's been a while, but it is a very fun game, nice and quick to play. But yeah, guys, that'll wrap things up for us here today. Hope you enjoyed this Taste of Spearhead as well. If you do want to see more Spearhead action, obviously let us know in the comments. Your feedback kind of helps dictate what we want to do, and we had fun bringing this stuff out for a test with the new boxes. But either way, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon in another Battle Report.